The story you're about to hear is a compilation of tales showcasing different cultures or beliefs that is unique from our perspective. Please sit back and enjoy the tales I am about to tell you. Every year, in early December, children in Austria get ready for St. Nicholas to visit them. If they've been good, he'll reward them with presents and treats. But if they've been bad, they'll get a lot more than a lump of coal. They'll have to face Krampus. In some cases, he would leave coal, but darker tales tell of ill-behaved children being stuffed into a sack to be carried away to hell. In terms of punishment, naughty children have no chance of escaping Krampus. A child's only hope against the creature is, of course, good behavior. Krampus's name is derived from the German word Krampen, which means claw. Who's Krampus, you ask? In Austria and across the German-speaking Alpine region, the demonic character is a crucial part of the holiday season. Krampus is described as a hairy half-goat, half-demon who has one hoof and one foot. His hair is usually brown or black, his hooves are cloven, and a long pointed tongue lolls out of his fanged mouth. Krampus carries chains thought to symbolize the binding of the devil by the Christian church. He trashes the chains for dramatic effect. The chains are sometimes accompanied with bells of various sizes. Of more pagan origins are the rutten, or the bundles of birch branches that Krampus carries and with which he occasionally swats children. The rutten may have had significance in pre-Christian pagan initiation rites. The birch branches are replaced with a whip in some representations. Sometimes, Krampus appears with a sack or a basket strapped to his back. This is to cart off evil children for drowning, eating, or transport to hell. Though no one quite knows for certain, this tradition is often believed to have begun when the Moors raided European towns, kidnapping locals and selling them into slavery. You might see him post harmlessly on a greeting card or reproduced in chocolates or figurines. But you might also encounter a procession of Krampuses stalking through the town, laden with bells and chains, intimidating onlookers or whipping them with bundles of sticks. December 5 is Krampusnacht, when Krampus reigns. It is customary to offer a Krampus schnapps, a strong distilled fruit brandy. In the real world, people might attend Krampus balls, or young men from the local Krampus group might don carved wooden masks, cowbells, chains, and elaborate costumes to run through town in a Krampus lauf, or the Krampus run, frightening and sometimes beating bystanders. In this activity, which often involves alcohol, people dressed as the creature parade through streets, scaring spectators and sometimes chasing them. According to legend, Krampus will spend the night visiting each house. He might leave a bundle of sticks for bad children, or he might just hit them with the sticks instead. He might toss them into a sack or basket on his back and then throw it in a stream, or he might straight up take them to hell, bringing them down to his underworld lair to live for a year. The next day, though, is Nicholas Tag, or St. Nicholas's Day. The same St. Nicholas whose Dutch name, Sinterklaas, evolved into Santa Claus. In other words, it's time for presents for all the little girls and boys, that is, all the ones who haven't already been beaten, damned, or drowned. Originally, Krampus's roots have nothing to do with Christmas. Instead, they date back to pre-Germanic paganism in the region, and tradition has it that he is the son of the Norse god of the underworld Hel. Others trace him back to demonic creatures in Greek mythology, pagan rituals, and the goddess Operta, or Satan himself. Families traditionally exchange colorful greeting cards called Krampuskarten since the 1800s, featuring the same silly, sometimes sinister Krampus. Between 1934 and 1938, when Austria was under the fascist rule, Krampus was seen as a symbol of sin, anti-Christian ideals, and social democrats. The newspaper of the Austrian Catholic Union called for a Krampus boycott, and the government of Linz, the capital of East Tyrol, forbade Krampus dances and further mandated that all aspiring St. Nicholases must be licensed by the city. They also pledged to arrest Krampus whenever they saw him. Though it didn't rise to the level of a ban, in 1953, the head of Vienna's kindergarten system also published a pamphlet calling Krampus an evil man and warning parents that celebrating him could scar their children for life. But none of it held, and Krampus emerged as a much feared and beloved holiday force. He got grafted onto Christian tradition as a sidekick of St. Nicholas, similar to figures like Zwarte Piet in the Netherlands and Knecht Ruprecht in Germany. Since the 17th century, the two have been linked in a sort of Christmassy yin-yang, with Krampus as St. Nick's dark companion. Costume figures of the two traditionally visit houses and businesses together on Krampusnacht. Krampus is celebrated in Europe, and it is a chance to have Halloween for adults, with many cities and towns still holding traditional annual parades in which young man dresses as the Krampus, marching in the streets, clanking bells, and growling at laughing onlookers. More than 1,200 Austrians gather in Schladming-Styria each year to dress up as Krampus. It is good to remember that Krampus, while appearing to be a demon, is not the anti-Santa, however. Since ancient times, he has worked alongside Santa to ensure that people had respect, behaved, and were good to each other in his own unorthodox way. Hey everyone! I just wanted to express how grateful I am that you took the time to listen to my narration. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I am Twisted Mind, and please enjoy the rest of your day. Salamat!